What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. So yesterday we did a rebuild where we traded Jaylen Brown away from the Boston Celtics with all the rumors and ramblings happening around him right now. As promised, today we're doing the reverse side of the trade that I did yesterday with Jaylen Brown on the Toronto Raptors. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one, subscribe if you are new to the channel, as always, greatly appreciated. Just in case you didn't watch yesterday's video, I want to quickly say this is probably not going to happen. I simply did these two videos for entertainment purposes. Basically, there's been a lot of ramblings and rumors about Jaylen Brown with the recent comments that he made about him, kind of being unhappy in a way, or he was just felt a little bit, whatever it was. Obviously he wasn't giving the most, excited comments when it came to Celtics fans giving an ovation and stuff like that. There's a lot more to it. But again, this is not going to happen. This is just simply for entertainment purposes. So don't take it too seriously. The trade that I did yesterday isn't exactly the trade that I did yesterday. It was pretty much the premises of it. So I did a Jaylen Brown for Siakam and OG Anunoby trade. So basically Toronto gets Jaylen Brown, and they absolutely believe in Jaylen Brown as the guy that pushes them going forward. Something like that. There's more to it, but today I just made it simple and just did this. And again, don't really think this trade's going to happen. And you may disagree with the trade, which I totally understand because it may not be the best trade in the world. But Jaylen Brown is no doubt that guy. He is an absolute stud. I guess Toronto does this because maybe they don't want to re-sign OG and Siakam, so they cash in on Jaylen Brown, re-sign him, and they can kind of build a roster around Brown and Barnes. So that's kind of where we're at. So let's get into this offseason now that Jaylen Brown is a Toronto Raptor. We also have the 12th pick because we didn't end up making the playoffs, so we can jump in here and see if we can get at number 12 on top of that. So number 12, we are going to walk away with, we got Sid, we got Trayvon Smith, Taylor Hendricks, Drake Whitehead, Carson Wallace, Anthony Black. Since we are going to have a point guard hole because we might not resign Fred VanVleet, I am kind of feeling the idea of either Wallace or Jalen Hood-Schifino. I don't think I've ever drafted Jalen Hood-Schifino, so I'm going to roll with them. I'm going to go ahead and draft Jalen Hood-Schifino here at number 12, and he'll be the new point guard for the Toronto Raptors. So number 12, he is a 75 overall. So I don't know how good he'll be or how much he'll progress, but we'll give him an opportunity to start things off. Fred VanVleet declines. I don't think I'm going to be bringing him back, so he will be a free agent, and we'll figure out what we want to do with him. I don't think we're bringing him back, though. So let's go to qualifying offers. Lionel Banton is a free agent as well. Might want to bring him back. And then free agency, Fred VanVleet, Jakob Poeltl, Will Barton, Joe Wisekamp, and Doughton. So I don't think I'm bringing back Fred VanVleet. I am going to re-sign Jakob Poeltl, though, because they did trade from the deadline. And it looks like we actually have some cap space, which is also another enticement of the Raptors doing this idea, is trading both those guys because they open up some money on top of that before they have to pay Barnes, so they can kind of go and pay whoever they want. So we might be doing that. So we're going to have to pay Jakob Poeltl, and I think I want to bring back Gary Trent as well. So that would mean Jaylen Brown's going to play the 3 for us. Barnes going to play the 4, which he actually goes up. And then we'll have Jakob Poeltl play that center position for us. And then we can sign maybe another free agent on top of that, which is what we need the most. So we got our point guard, shooting guard. So we kind of have a front court, and once we bring back Jakob Poeltl, we'll have our center. So I guess we should be paying like a backcourt player a lot of money if we wanted to do something like that theoretically, which again, we could just bring back, I could bring back Fred VanVleet, but I don't really want to do that. And there's really no good shooting guards out here that I like. So obviously I have like Kyrie Irving and James Harden, but I don't really see that happening. I kind of want to keep the timeline of the roster going. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply just sign Jakob Poeltl back, and I'm also going to re-sign Gary Trent Jr. back. And that is what I'm going to roll with. So Gary Trent, we'll bring him back as well on a 3-year deal, $15 million. That might still give us some money to fill out the rest of the roster. I'm not going to bring back Fred VanVleet. I could theoretically sign and trade him, though, which might be the best route to go in with this, because I don't know if there's any free agents that I like left, unless if he signs another contract here soon, which he has 10 offers, and he is interested in that Jazz offer. So maybe we should pay him right now, just in case, and then I'm going to sign and trade him. So we're going to sign all 3 of these guys. So Jakob Poeltl, Gary Trent, and Fred VanVleet are back, and we might still have money left, which we don't have a ton of money left. So let's see. What do we have to afford? Yeah, no. So Fred VanVleet, it is time to sign and trade him. I could keep him theoretically, but I don't really want to. I kind of want to go more of a younger timeline. If Fred VanVleet is about to enter 30, so I'm going to trade him right now. Today's video is brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is a player props app that allows you to choose overs or unders on your favorite players that you enjoy watching each and every day. It is available on mobile or desktop, and this is how it looks. They give you the number, and you're going to choose over or under on it. They pretty much have every sport you can imagine, whether it's soccer, NFL, NHL. They have a ton of different options. So this is how it works. You choose between 2 to 6 players, 2 being 3 times your money, all the way up to 6 players, 25 times your money. PrizePicks has just elevated my watching experience to a whole new level. So if you want to sign up, I also have some of my entries as examples here. That way you can kind of see how it works. But if you want to sign up, links in the description. Use code Crushables. They match your deposit dollar for dollar up to $100. Thank you, PrizePicks, for sponsoring today's video. So I'm going to be signing and trading Fred VanVleet over to Chicago. I actually think this trade could make a ton of sense because Chicago is going to be without Lonzo Ball, so they could maybe find a way to get Fred VanVleet. All they have to do is give up Patrick Williams, and I think Williams would fit our timeline a little bit better than Fred VanVleet does. So it's a no-brainer to me. We walk away with a young piece, and very excited about that. I don't know if he'll turn into anything for us, but I really like it, and that's going to open up some money as well. So now we have Gary Trent, Jalen Hood-Schifino, Jaylen Brown, Otto Porter. And we could technically start Patrick Williams with Jaylen Brown as the backcourt and Gary Trent as like a 6-man, which is what I probably been going to do, actually. So I'm going to move Jaylen Brown back to shooting guard. I thought I was going to start him at small forward, but I'm moving to shooting guard, and I'm going to move Patrick Williams to the 3. And he's going to be our starting small forward. We're going to see if he can turn into anything for us. Otto Porter will back him up, and then Boucher, Barnes, Jakob Poeltl, Chua, and then Koloko. So I like it. I actually like where we're at as a team, and I think I could sign like another good player if I wanted to. So should I spend this money on anybody in free agency? I mean, we might as well, because we're going to have to pay, obviously, Scotty Barnes next season, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And then Jaylen Brown's got to be paid. So we're not going to have much cap space. So we might as well use it right now. So what do I want to use on? Like Taylor Horton-Tucker. Maybe we can, rely on him to develop into something. Or you got like Dinwiddie, who's a nice veteran. So Trey Jones, also like the idea of him. Payne. I'm gonna go ahead and give let's give THT a deal. Let's give Taylor Horton-Tucker a contract, 2-year deal. I'm not gonna commit to him long term, but I'm just gonna try to use this money while I can, and then we should get like Delano Banton back. And we're not by any means a contender just yet, but I do like where we've started things off. So Brown and Barnes is our duo. Gary Trent's a really nice piece of that. Jakob Poeltl started solid center, but I don't know if he'll be our starting center throughout the video because he really didn't progress that much. THT is up. He can maybe become our franchise starting point guard. Williams, hopefully we can develop him into something really nice. So I'm feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good about our offseason and where it just went. So we may not make the playoffs this next season. I honestly think with Jaylen Brown, though, we will, because he's an absolute stud. So not really too worried about that. And even if we don't, I'm not too concerned because we got more time to get this done or, make this team even better. So power ranking is going to last at number 11. So they kind of believe in us. So we got THT, Jaylen Brown is our backcourt, Patrick Williams, Scotty Barnes, Jakob Poeltl, Gary Trent, Boucher, Chua, Delano Banton, and then Otto Porter. Jalen Hood-Schifino, I actually want to give him minutes right away. And I don't love taking minutes away from Delano Banton, but I would love to develop Jalen Hood-Schifino this season if I can. So I want to go look at shot tendencies as well. So Jaylen Brown's shot tendency is right. Barnes, I'm going to move this up because we're going to need him to take more shots since he's going to be the, the Batman to the Robin, or the Robin to the Batman, I should say. And then I'm going to move Williams up as well. I want to see if we can turn him into anything. So I'm going to go to like an 80 for him. So something like that. And I'll go like 70 touch tendency. So that's going to be our offseason and what we're rolling with this season. So are we going to make the playoffs? We shall see. Proficiency is going to land us at a 3-star perimeter centric. Can we 4.5 or 3.5 balance? We can. All right. I'm going to summarize this season. Let's see how we do. So at the end of the season, I'm not going to lie to you, the season did not go as planned. Not the best season by any means, but we can build on this. I'm not too worried about it. We are in the play-in as the 9th seed in the East. If we take a look at the player stats, you had 28 from Jaylen Brown, so that's nice to see. 20 from Scotty Barnes, and then you also had 16 from Patrick Williams, which is nice to see as well. Is he going to have to be paid this offseason? He is. So Williams got to be paid, and then Barnes not yet, but we're going to get there. And then Gary Trent, THT, and like a Chua is going to be free agent Poeltl. So I don't know if we'll have any cap space because we're going to have to resign Brown. I tried to do something at the deadline, but didn't really work out. Let's see if we get out of the play-in. We do. So we get out of the play-in tournament. So Jaylen Brown gets us out of the play-in, and we're the 8th seed going up against Cleveland. Not going to beat Cleveland here at all, so let's not even worry about that. Let's get one game on them, maybe? No, we get swept. Okay. Big offseason ahead of us. We got Boston, and they lose to Cleveland, and you got Cleveland and Oklahoma City. You're going to have the Cavaliers going to win a championship. So now it is time to get more help for Jaylen Brown. We have Barnes and Jaylen Brown. That's nice, but we need more help. We're not done building on this roster just yet. So into the offseason, I'm starting off the offseason with a salary dump. I'm trading THT and Boucher for cheaper contracts as Nimbard and Najee. As you can tell, we're going to save about $18 million in this trade. That's going to be huge for the payments we got to make this offseason. So I'm going to do this. And both those guys also might turn into rotational pieces for us on top of that. We don't have a pick this offseason because of trades the Raptors have made. Barnes and Koloko, I'm bringing back. And then qualifying offers, you have Banton, Achua, Patrick Williams. I do have interest in bringing all three back, but we'll see how it goes. And of course, the big guy is going to be Jaylen Brown, and he already has no good offers yet, but that's where I come in. And we should have about $38 million in cap space, apparently, to our name. So let's take care of Jaylen Brown real quick. And let's see how much money we have left and where the rest of the roster is sitting. So we could bring another really good player through our cap space, I believe. It's looking like it anyway. So yeah, we can get like Alonzo. We can get a Desmond Bane. There's some money to spend. We're going to have to renounce everybody that's out there right now, but we're in a good position. So I'm going to try to keep Patrick Williams if I can. I don't know how easy it's going to be, but Jaylen Brown, Barnes, Gary Trent, Jakob Poeltl, Andrew Nimbar, Jalen Safino, and Crushables Koloko. So we have a young backcourt, which is fun. And Gary Trent, also a really nice backup as well. So we'll see what we want to do with them. But we'll figure it out. So small forward is non-existent. Barnes, we have Jakob Poeltl. So our front court's solved. Our small forward position really isn't. So small forwards we can bring in. That would kind of fit our timeline. Or point guard, because we don't really have a good point guard either. So a guy like Lonzo Ball. Markelle Fultz was someone I tried to get at the deadline, if I'm going to be honest with you. That was the guy I was going for. I wouldn't mind going for him here again. We'll see if we do that. You got Desmond Bane here, and then you got like Chris Middleton. I honestly, ideally, would love to bring back Patrick Williams. He wants a bag, like an absolute bag. So I'm hoping what I can do here, and then backup center Achua. I'm hoping I can sign Markelle Fultz and bring everyone else back. That's going to be my game plan. So I'm going to try to lowball Markelle Fultz a little bit, take a little bit of money away, and see if he ends up accepting, let's say 20.5. He declines. Okay, that's not going to be enough for him. I don't think he has any other offers right now. He has one offer, and that was ours, obviously. So he might accept that on day 12, but I can't really risk that. So I got to just give him a better offer. So I'm going to go, that gives about $14 million in cash space. I'm going to give him a 4-year 23.5. 4-year 23.5. Let's see if that gives us Markelle Fultz. And if we have to renounce anybody. So we're going to have to renounce Otto Porter and Patrick. Oh, Patrick Williams' cap hold is $19 million. Oh, that's going to suck. Okay. I'm okay with renouncing Otto Porter. Delano Banton, I have so many guards. I think we can live with it. Achua, and I would have to renounce Patrick Williams. I wanted to keep Patrick Williams, but his cap hold is insane. Maybe I can get him back on day 12, and it won't matter. So let's try not to renounce everyone then. So let's not renounce these guys. So Achua, Otto Porter, I'm okay with. And then I unfortunately have to renounce Patrick Williams. I'll see if I can get him back on day 12, though. So not really too concerned about it. Achua, I'm just going to give a contract to now. Actually, no. I'm going to let him come back as qualifying offer. So we'll do that. And then Banton will do the same thing. And we'll monitor Patrick Williams. So my big signing was Markelle Fultz. Not the most sexiest signing in the world. I get it. But it's what I, went with. So day 12. Let's see if Patrick Williams is still out here and if I can get him on day 12. If I can't, it's not looking like I'm going to be able to. 1 year, $15 million. I'll offer it to him. He declines it. Man, that sucks. All right. 2 years. That's not going to get it done. And I can't. Damn, man. Does that change anything? No. Would have loved to have him back. Okay. Small forward. I'm not going to be able to get Patrick Williams. I was hoping we could develop him into something more, but he is not willing to sign. Got like Cameron Reddish. All right. Day 12, small forwards. Got Williams, who's the best, and that's who I want the most. It's so unfortunate I can't get him, and he's going to say no. He's going to enter free agency. Bane is here as well, which is kind of funny, but he's not going to. Yeah, he's not going to accept that. Okay. Clay, quickly. Vassell, I might be able to get to. Would Vassell accept this? Okay. Vassell would be kind of nice to steal him on the last day. Not going to lie. On Kungwu. If I can get Vassell, I guess that's fine. Devin Vassell, that's fine with me. We're going to get him on the last day of free agency as 2K freezes on me. What's going on? Is this game about to crash? I think we're about to crash, boys. This game is frozen. What is going on? I steal Devin Vassell on the last day, and 2K did not like that. Well, I will see you guys in a second when this game... Yeah, there we go. It crashed. All right. Well, I'll see you back in the game. Hopefully, we're still on day 12. So me trying to sign Devin Vassell on day 12 of free agency made the game crash 5 times in a row. And I thought for sure I ruined the file. But what I had to do, which was honestly super annoying, is I had to renounce everybody. So I pretty much lost Delano Banton and all of them because, like, if I tried to keep them, the game would just crash. So... yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm hopefully going to try to go get Delano Banton, James Najee, and I think it was going to be Devin Vassell as well. Like, literally, the game would not let me go past it without renouncing all of them, which was so stupid, but that's just where we're at. So, yeah, I'm going to try to Let's see if I can even get to... I don't get this game, man. Like, I don't know why that was causing the game to crash. We had Vassell in our hands, and 2K would not allow me to sign him. I don't get it, but that's just the reality of where we're at. So let's see if I can get all those guys on the roster. I don't even know if they're going to be... Like, I'm probably going to have to turn off cap space to sign them. Let's see. Let's go look at free agency and see if all these guys are here. So free agency. Vassell is there. And would it let me negotiate a contract? Yeah, so it's not going to let me negotiate. And then I'm assuming Banton's still out here as well. And then we had James Najee, who we would have been able to get back as well. So super irritating, but I literally could not send past it without it crashing. So I had to renounce them, or it was not going to let me go through and continue the rebuild. So pretty disappointed by that. Let's go look player finder, and then wasn't it Achua was the other guy I was going to get back as well? Achua, did I renounce him? I don't even know, man. Like, I'm literally forgot where I was at. So Achua, he's out here as well. Yeah, I'm going to have to turn off cap space to sign them, or salary cap real quick to sign them, because they literally all were supposed to be my players, and 2K just was doing its thing. Okay, so I have that all completely fixed to my best availability. So here's where we're at. Markelle Fultz, Jaylen Brown, Vassell. I was going to get Scotty Barnes, Jakob Poeltl, Gary Trent, Nembhard, Hood-Schifino, and Achua. So yeah, that was all very complicated with the way the game crashed on me, but pretty solid roster. Is this a contender just yet? Well, I don't really know about that one. I probably am going to stop at the trade deadline to try to take advantage of that Vassell contract that we got. It was supposed to be like 15 million, but it wouldn't let me sign him to that. He was going to decline it, so I had to go 19 million. And yeah, so that's kind of where we're at. So I like Fultz, I like Barnes, and I like Brown, obviously. But if we could upgrade small forward or the center position at the deadline, that's probably what I'm going to do. So we're at the trade deadline, and honestly, the team is doing like super well right now, but I do want to try to maximize my opportunity of winning a championship this season, because Jaylen Brown is hitting his peak, and so is Barnes right now. And Barnes on the last year of his contract. So if we can take advantage of some of the salary we kind of have, I would love to make a trade here. So my target is Bam Adebayo. Miami kind of sucks right now. They're the 9th seed. And I also wouldn't mind like Walker Kessler as well on the Jazz. He's up to an 87 overall. And he would have to be re-signed in the offseason. So yeah, wouldn't mind him. But I'm going to go for Bam because I think he's a little bit more of a realistic option at this point. So let's see if I can get to his money. $34 million. Honestly, one of the better centers we can get right now. 8.5 points per game, 8 assists. He'd be perfect. So Bam Adebayo, 87 overall. Obviously, we'd probably have to trade Jakob Poeltl. And then we have 15 more million in this trade. So whether that's Delano Banton, who actually isn't getting minutes right now, so I'm okay with Banton being in here, and Koloko. So that's where we're at. Now, can I get enough expirings in here, or young contracts, or whatever, and we're $3 million off. So Koloko is not going to get it done. I might have to throw Achua in here. So Achua back to Miami is kind of funny, but I'm willing to do this. So 2025 unprotected and a 2028 protected. This gives us Bam Adebayo. We are giving up some rotation. That's not going to get it done, though. Do I want to throw anything else in here, or do I want to go for Walker Kessler instead? A second. I think one more first might get this go through. Do I want Kessler, or do I want Bam? Kessler would be a lot easier to get, I think. So you know what? We're going for Kessler instead. I might come back to this Bam one if I can't get Kessler, but we're going to the Jazz, and we're going to try to get Walker Kessler, who actually is on a steal of a contract, as you can tell. But if we can have Jakob Poeltl back up Kessler, that'd be kind of wild, right? So I'm going to offer them Koloko. Actually, that's still a little bit off, and I'll give you... do I have any other young players? No. Wait, maybe Jaylen Hood-Schifino could be in this. So Jaylen Hood-Schifino, 4 points per game right now, 46% from 3. I hate to give him up, but for a upgrade... That honestly did not take much at all, and I did not think that was going to go through, but an upgrade at the center position, that gives us Walker Kessler in the front court. I love it. So now we have Fultz, Brown, Vassell, Barnes, Kessler, Poeltl off the bench, Trent off the bench, Nembhard, and then Achua. So now we can move Achua and Banton for something really good, I think. And what do we need off the bench the most? We got our backup shooting guard, backup point guard, so now we need a forward. So backup forward off the bench would be perfect. So Achua and Banton for a forward off the bench, both 25 years old, $20 million somewhere, a forward, or even a starting forward if a starting forward pops up. Robinson, don't need that. Hardaway, Finney-Smith, Crowder, Martin, Miles Bridges. Ooh, Miles Bridges, kind of a tough subject. I don't know if people have forgiven him for what he's done. I also think there's two sides to every story, but I honestly don't know if Miles Bridges would be the best move in the world. Tillman, Zach Collins, Chris Paul, Gafford. Bridges is obviously the best offer we have here. And we really don't even know what his trade value would be. I'd prefer to stay away from him just because I don't want to rub anyone the wrong way. But, I mean, if we can go win a championship and Bridges would be a part of that, we give up a first-round pick of Chua Banton. It's be the first time in forever that I have gotten Miles Bridges. And you know what? I'm doing it. I'm bringing Miles Bridges in, and he'll be our brand new backup power forward, which is going to be an amazing six-man on this Raptors roster. So I'm digging it. I think this team could potentially go out there and go win a championship. So 3rd seed in the East. Let's go see if we can go snag that 1 seed. Really disappointed that Jaylen Brown can't make an All-NBA team, it seems like, in this game. Would love to see him make one, but I don't see him on here. So Walker Kessler got an all-defensive team. We got the 2nd seed in the East, but of course behind Cleveland. But 25 points from Scotty Barnes, so he stepped up big time. 25 from Brown. He had 15 from Fultz, 14.5 from Bridges, 14 from Kessler, 13 from Trent, and then 10 from Andrew Nembhard, 9.5 from Vassell, 8 and 10 from Jakob Poeltl. So having Jakob Poeltl and Kessler is honestly like a really nice center rotation. Now, can we go out here and win a championship is the question. So RJ, Brunson, Randall all sit in our way to start things off. Hopefully we don't lose to a 7 seed, and we are going to beat them in 5. W. Atlanta, they're a tough team. I don't like playing them since the trade deadline. So here we go. I've talked enough about Atlanta, so you guys know how this goes. Game 1, of course, we go down, but we do win. We win game 3. Can we go win game 4? No, game 5, big one. Come on, let's go. Dang it, man. Atlanta, you're not that good, bro. You're just not. I'm sorry to, break it to you, but you're really not all that. I don't know why you are in 2K, but in real life, you're literally not on anything. So let's just see what happens, man. Can we win this game 6 to force a game 7? Would love to, but it's not looking good. Okay, we take the lead back. Can we keep it? Back and forth game. This is the scariest scenario, and we're going to lose, of course, to Atlanta. I freaking hate Atlanta in this game. They're so annoying to deal with, bro. Let's see who wins the championship. Steph. And it's just really annoying because, like, Atlanta is not that good, bro. You're not that good. You're not that guy, pal. You're just not. But I'll go another season with what we got right now because, honestly, that was a fluke. That was a fluke. If we give this another offseason, Blazers get number 1, by the way, we should go win a championship. I literally can't even look at my rotation. It crashed again. This is what I'm dealing with right now in this file. I don't know what happened, but this game just keeps crashing. So if I can't get to another season, I apologize. I'm going to try to simulate again here and see if we can get to the, the next playoffs. If not, I'm just going to end it on this note, I guess. Well, despite all the crashing, we went 67-15 in this final season. I'm not going any further in this file because it just keeps crashing. I would share the rotation. I'm a little scared too because every time I try to click my rotation earlier, that's what was causing it to crash. So do I do it? Probably not. I'm not going to click rotation. I'll just show you the roster. So we don't log out Vassell. So basically starting 5, if you can kind of get it, it's like Fultz, Jaylen Brown, Gary Trent, Barnes, McDaniels, Miles Bridges, and then Kessler, and then Jakob Poeltl. So let's just get out of this file as quick as possible because it's probably crashed 10 times on me, and I've gone through this rebuild somehow, and I've gone psycho. So we beat the Miami Heat in 4 games. Now it's time for Cleveland. We know how tough they are, and they are going to... Wait, we beat them in 6. And now it's time to play that team. That always annoys me, and we lose to them. No surprise. All right, bye. I'm out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.